This story starts in 2017. In Jewish holidays, the holiest day of the year is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. It's a day we fast and spend the whole day in synagogue. And Yom Kippur is one of the highlights of the Jewish holiday season, which usually occur around about September. Now, in Australia, that's spring, and spring is when our football, Australian rules football, has its final season, the playoffs. And regularly, these two key dates of the year clash. So March 2017, my friend the sports journalist reaches out and says, tell me, when is the grand final next going to be on Yom Kippur? Obviously 2017 it was, and he asked me, when is it going to happen the next time? And it was 2028. I think nothing of it, but come September and the end of the season, guess what? It's my team Richmond playing on Yom Kippur in the grand final. What do I do? And my friends are asking me, what is he going to do? Is he going to sneak out of synagogue? And I said, oh, come on, are you serious? This is the holiest day of the year. I actually love Yom Kippur. It's just a fantastic day because I'll talk about that another time. And my friend, the sports journalist, he writes something resembling an opinion piece in the grand final game record, which is distributed to tens of thousands of fans on the day and before. And he says, I'm Jewish. Today, I'm a sports journalist. I don't usually observe the Sabbath, but today is Yom Kippur and it's the grand final and I'm not going to the footy because some things are more important than football, which to any football fan is absolutely outrageous thing to say. But he didn't go and I did my best to stay focused on the day and yes, we won. Okay, now fast forward to 2019. So 2018, we didn't make it, got close. 2019, we hosted a community event at our home for a number of people with the CEO of my club. And he's speaking about various things, and I make some closing comments to say, we have two religions. We have Judaism and we have sport. And the question is, what do we do when they clash? Who wins? This is the question. A few months forward, it's September, and guess what? My team's in the grand final again. This time it's not Yom Kippur, it's just a regular Sabbath. And in the week before the grand final, there's a lot of media coverage, as you can expect. And I get a random phone call from a number I don't recognize, and it's a journalist from the newspaper. Now, in grand final week, they do lots of stories, and one of the stories, they'll often pick some human interest stories, talking about fans. And the journalist says to me, the newspaper wants to do a story about me, about my family, because they know I'm a Richmond fan, but they know I'm not going to watch the game on the day. I will not watch it live because it's a Sabbath. I don't do that. What do I do? And as it happens, we do something that we call lockdown. That is to say, we'll go into media blackout. So after the Sabbath, we will do, even during the Sabbath, because it's done on Saturday afternoon, and Sabbath won't end until 7 o'clock or something like that. On the afternoon, a group of people will congregate in a house, and after the Sabbath is over, no phones, nothing's allowed, and we'll watch the game on delay without knowing the result. So that way we can enjoy the game as much as possible without any spoilers. So the journalist says we want to do a story. Fine, we do a story. He wants to come and take a photo. They come to my house, and I get my kids back from school, and he sort of sets it up and says, this is going to be, give us your best look. This is going on the front page. And I'm thinking, he's just trying to gee us up and get us all excited about it. Goes home, takes the photo. Next morning, what's on the front page of the newspaper? There it is. My two Richmond fan sons and I posing in front of the Sabbath candles. We did this photo on a Tuesday, but still makes for a good photo. And that was my 15 minutes of fame, and a fantastic headline, Yellow and Black Sabbath. What's the bottom line? The bottom line is that we've got to have boundaries. We've got to have priorities. And at some point in your life, you're going to get a clash. And the question is, who's going to win? Whether it's two religions, Judaism and sport, or whatever it is. At what point do you say to your phone, to your technology, no, this is more important? And whatever your boundaries are, just be aware of what your boundaries are and make sure that you stay true to yourself and don't cross them. That's the message for me. Happy holidays, Shana Tova.